Hello, Panda and Poot. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's wait for others first. Hello, Obama and Chuik. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so for students. Hello, Im. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Guy, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pudit, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, so there are 7 students now. Let's wait for a little bit more before we start. Chuik, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Because your camera is off and you did not say good afternoon. Hello, Bacon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, teacher.
By the way, I couldn't open your file, Bacon. The one that you sent was not an what's not a .sb3 file. You sent the wrong file. So please resend your activity later because I couldn't open your file. Okay, so students, today we will have another game to create in Scratch. So we will create a simple racing game. Okay, so car racing game. So we will just focus on one player first for today. But I think I'm not sure if we can finish this one today. Okay, but if not, we will continue next week. So I will show you an example of a simple car racing game that we can create in Scratch. Okay, so it's like this. Of course, there will be car, and then there will be like a booster, something like that. Okay, so the maze will be random. Okay, and then once you reach this one, it will be 1 lap. Okay, so like this one. The booster will randomly appear, and once you touch the booster, it will upgrade your speed. Okay, so it will make your car faster. Okay, but I think there's a bug there. Okay, but we will fix that one later. And when you touches the green or when you go out from the racetrack, it will go back from the start. Okay, so this is what we are going to do today. Okay, so everybody please open Scratch. Everybody please open Scratch. Okay, so we will have the car sprite first, but I think there is no car here that has a top view. Okay, so I think we can find another one on the internet instead. Okay, so everybody please open your browser. We will just search a car on the internet, photo only. Okay, so let me stop the sharing and share Safari. Okay. Okay, students, on your browser, please search like car PNG. Okay, so the one that we will use here should be a PNG one. or in PNG format so that there will be no background. Okay, and you can also add top view. Okay, car top view PNG. Okay, and you will know that it is a PNG file or format because when you click it, okay, let's try this one. Okay, so it has a background on the thumbnail, but when you click it, the background will disappear, just like this one, I guess. Okay, so as what you can see here, there is like a white background, but when you click on it, it will become like this. Okay, so that means the photo is a PNG file. Okay, so please choose. And of course, students, I would recommend that the car should face on the right side. Okay, like this one. So the head of the car should be here. Okay. And then after that, kindly download that one, save image as to your computer. Okay, so for this one, I will just name it as car, CARRR. Okay, and then save. Done. Are you done? Yes or no?
Yes.
Chiwik, why is your camera off? Okay, so that's it, students. So after downloading the car, you can upload that one in Scratch so that you can use it as your sprite. Okay, so I will reshare my Scratch screen. Okay, so to upload that one, all you need to do is to hover your mouse here and then click this one, upload sprite. Okay, and then locate the file that you have downloaded. Okay, and then it will be here. It will be uploaded here. Okay? And then, of course, you need to change the size to a smaller one. Okay, or maybe smaller
If I
than
have a background, teacher.
Choose a picture that has no background, Chiwik. Did you type PNG when you search it?
片剂，卡片剂。
PNG. It should be car top view PNG. Okay, so let me reshare my Safari. Okay, students, to know that it is really a PNG file, if you see like this one, this is not a PNG file. Okay, a PNG file has a background when you view it as a thumbnail, but when you click it, the background will disappear. So what you can see here, this one, there is a white background, right? But when I click it, okay, the background becomes like this. So that means that is a PNG file. Okay, so find a photo that is like that. Or maybe you can choose the card that I have chosen so that we can proceed to the next one. Okay, card top view PNG and then find this one like this. Okay, I will go back to Scratch now. Okay, so other students are just showing themselves during the start of the class, but they don't know that I'm not checking the attendance during the start of the class. I'm checking the attendance at the middle or at the end of the class. So if they are here at the beginning of the class, they are still absent.
Teacher,
Yes? Yes, Guy?
I in open scan.
Hmm? Again, guys, sorry. I didn't
Okay,
catch.
open.
You cannot open? Why?
Can.
Why? What's the problem? Do you use it online or offline? If you use it online, go to scratch.mit.edu. Okay, so
I cannot open picture.
here. Go here, guy, and then click this one. Upload sprite. And then,
Thank you.
and then after that, locate your file on your computer. Okay, students, so do you have your car now? Yes or no? Okay, so let's proceed to the backdrop. Okay, so for the backdrop, we will draw, okay, like a racetrack or something like that. Okay, so please click here. Click here. And then after that, students, after you click here, just go to backdrops and then zoom it out if it is zoomed in. Okay. And then after that, just draw. Okay. So for this one, for the outside part of the backdrop, I will choose green for this one. Okay. And then choose the square tool here and then draw like this. Okay. As simple as this one. Just cover the backdrop area. That's all. Okay. Okay, now students, for the maze, I would like you to use the brush tool, this one, and then change it to a color something like gray so that it will look like a racetrack. Okay, gray. And then after that, students, to make the brush thicker, you can change this one to 100. Okay, so that your brush will be as thick as this. And then after that, draw a random racetrack. Okay, just a random racetrack. And then you can move it to the center. Just a random one, okay? And then students draw a finish line. So it is just a line. Okay, so you can use the line tool for that. Okay, you can put your finish line anywhere you want. Okay, so for the finish line, the color that I would recommend is white. Okay, and then for the outline, of course, you need to change it to 10 to make it thicker. Okay, so for example, my finish line will be somewhere here. Oh, white's black, sorry. Okay, undo, and then white. I know. I selected this one. Okay, wait. Okay. White. Okay, so for example, my finish line is somewhere here. Okay, so it's like this. And then after that, students, just go back to coding because we will start coding our car racing game. Again, we will just focus on one player first. Okay? Finish?
Yes.
And then students, for the size of your car, of course, you need to change it to a smaller one so that it will fit on the racetrack. Okay, so I have 20 here. I guess I will change this one to 10 or Smaller than 10, maybe 7. Okay, so 7 will do. And then students, position your car in front of your finish line. Okay, so somewhere here. Position it here. Are you done with this? Yes or no? I think not yet. Are you done? Please let me know when you're done.
Yes.
Okay, so now students, we have the starting position for our car. Okay, so we will make a code for that so that every time we start the program, it will be here. So how are we going to do that? What should we do? When green flag is clicked, what block are we going to use so that we can bring the car here when we start the game? Which block under motion?
Go to.
Okay, go to XY block. Okay, do not change the number because it already detects here automatically where your sprite is. Okay, and then students always also make your sprite point in direction 90. So meaning right direction. Okay, so right direction so that it will move going here or going to the right. Okay, done? Okay, so now how can we make it move? How can we make it move like non-stop? This will automatically move.
When green flag click, forever move.
Okay, forever. Okay, we can just connect it here. Forever, and then we can use the move 10 steps block. Okay, and in that case, the car can now move, but I think 10 steps is very fast. Okay, so maybe we can just change it to 2. And also students, when you start the program, maybe there should be a waiting time like 3 seconds or 2 seconds or 1 second so that you can prepare. Okay, so we can just have wait here. Okay, so it will not, or the car will not move right away when you start the program. So there will be 1 second and then that's the time it will move. Okay, did it move? Of course it did. Okay, now students, we will have the code that will make the car rotate a little bit to the right and to the left. Because as what you can see here, our racetrack looks like this. So sometimes the car will rotate to the left and then rotate to the right. It depends. Okay, so in Scratch, we have here this block called turn right and turn left. Okay, so we will use this one. Okay, and we also need to have some keyboard keys so that this block will function. Okay, so for example, for turning right, you can use right arrow. For turning left, you can use left arrow, or you can use A and D. Okay, because in my example earlier, I used A and D. So D for turning right and A for turning left. So the keys will be up to you. Okay, use the keys that you are comfortable with. Okay, so okay, what are we going to put inside of this if block here? If, students, if,
Key.
okay, if key pressed, very good. Okay, so for example, I will use D. Okay, then turn right. Okay, so instead of 15 degrees, I think 15 degrees is too much. So we can just have 5 degrees instead. Okay, so when you try to click D or press D, it will be like this. It will rotate to the right. Can you see that? Okay. Now, the same goes with left. You like it, Chiwik? I saw you smiled. Okay, so for the other one, turn left. Okay, the same. You just duplicate this one. Okay, change the key. Okay, so for this one, I will choose A and then turn left 5 degrees. Okay, so now you have the code that will make the car turn left and turn right. Okay, so do you have like this when you press D and A or whatever keys you have there? Okay, so now it's like this. Finish? Try it if it's working. Is it working? How about the others? Aim, Bacon, Guy, Kim, Obama, Pai. I hope you are following. Put is not here anymore. Okay. Okay, shall we proceed to the next one? Or should I wait? Shall we? Are you all done? Yes or no? No one's answering me. Why?
Yes.
Okay, so let's go now to the next function. Okay, so now we will have the code that will like stop the car from moving outside the racetrack. Okay, so the racetrack here is gray and outside of it is green. So the car cannot go in there. Okay, so what will happen is that if the car touches the outside part of the racetrack, then it will go back to its starting position. Okay, so how are we going to do that?
If touching color.
Yes, very good. But of course, students, in Scratch, it's better if you separate the codes for each function, okay, to be easier for you to identify which set is that for later on. Okay, so when green flag is clicked, of course, forever. And then if touching color, under sensing. Okay, and then students, when you click on the color here, okay, so all you need to do so that the color here will be matched on the color in your condition, you will just need to click this one, the color picker, and then move it to the color. Okay, so in this case, my color here is green. Okay, so I will click that one and then it will become this color. Okay. Finish?
Yes. Go to X and Y and stop all.
Okay. Okay, so stop all, Chiwik. Did you say stop all?
Yes.
It will not stop the game. It will just make the car return to this position. Okay, so the game will still continue. It will not stop. Okay, so for example, students, okay, but with the go to block, you are correct. Okay, so you can duplicate this block. Make sure that the numbers here are the same. Okay. And then you may also duplicate this one, the point in 90. Of course, the car should always point in direction 90 degrees. Okay, so and then when you run your program and when the car touches the green part or the outside part of the racetrack, it will go back here. Can you see that? I think my stage is too small. I will make it bigger. I will move the code here. Okay, can you see that? It goes back, right? But it goes back right away. So maybe we can just have wait, okay, before it goes back so that we can prepare. Okay, so we can have a wait block before going to the X and Y position. Okay, but I think 1 second would be quite long. So we can just have maybe 0.2 seconds. Okay, so that it will not go back right away. It will give you time to prepare. Okay. 0.2, I guess it's still it's still fast, right? Maybe 0.5. Okay, maybe like that. Is it working? Okay. Okay, now students, another thing that we should do here is that when the car reaches the finish line, it will add score, okay? Or it will count the laps, okay? So 1 lap for each round, okay? So when the car is here, then that is 1 lap, okay? And for that, we need to create a variable for the laps, okay? So please create a variable and name it laps.
Again, please.
Create a variable. Go to variables, guy, and then make a variable. Which one? Which one do you want me to repeat? Okay, you can take a photo of this code, guy, and then do it there on your computer in Scratch. Take a photo, please. Guy, did you take a photo already? And for the other one, guy, it should be like this. Okay, so for the color, guy, you need to use the color picker and then locate the outside part or the outside color of the racetrack. Okay, kids, is it working? Grade 7, room 1? Okay, so let's go now to the laps. Okay, so let's go now to the laps. Okay, so students, please create a variable for laps. Okay, and then we will add the code that if the car touches the white line here or the finish line, then it will count 1 lap. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Another set of blocks for that.
When green flag hit.
Okay, so when green flag is clicked, and then forever and if then. Okay, so actually the code is similar to this one. Okay, so if touching color, okay, and then choose white. Or you may also use the color picker if you use a different color, okay, white. And then what will happen?
Change lap by 1.
Okay, change laps by 1. Very good. But I think we will have a problem here later. Okay, because this one will make the counting continue, so it will not just only one lap, it will be multiple laps. Okay, so to do that, we can have, or we can add wait 1 second. Okay, so that it will not add like 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, because in Scratch, the what do you call this one, the code, this one is adding or changing the value very fast. Okay, so we need to block it by adding wait 1 second block here. Okay, and then after that, try if it will work. Make sure that you will not hit the outside part of the racetrack. Oops, oops, oh. See, I went back to the starting position, so I will do it again. Just to check if it is working. Oops, 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 oops. Okay, so as what you can see, I have 1 lap now. Okay, so that's it. Is it working? Okay, so now students, if you are done, we will go to the booster. Okay, so we will have a booster here. Okay, so maybe we can use the heart sprite for that one. Okay, so when you touch the booster, it will make your speed higher a little bit. Okay, so here in default, we have like 2, right? Okay, our speed here is 2. Okay, so when you touch the booster, it will make it 3 for a few seconds only, not a long time. Okay, just like in car racing games that you are playing. Okay,
I
it's
think
not all.
booster is bad because
Huh?
when you get booster, the car is fast.
Uh-huh.
That means you can control hard. You control hard.
What do you mean, Chuek?
Right. If you get booster,
Mm-hmm.
the car is fast,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes.
that means you can control hard than now.
You can control heart.
That is a control hard, but it's not very hard.
Heart or hard?
Hard, difficult.
H-A-R-D?
Yes.
No, actually it's not, because it's not that hard, because we will make like not really fast, okay, just a little bit faster. Okay, so it won't be hard to control. Okay, so for this one, please insert a new sprite. Okay, actually we have only 6 minutes left, so I'm not sure if we can finish this one, but don't worry, we will continue next week if we can't. Okay, so heart. And then it's too big, so make it smaller, maybe 20. Oh, 20 is still big. 15. Okay, and then position it to the place where you want it to appear. Okay, so for me, I will have it here randomly appear here. Okay, we cannot use the random or go to random position for this one. It needs to have a fixed position. What we are going to do is just what you call this one, limit or have a condition that will randomize, okay, on how it will show, like for maybe between 1 and 10 seconds. So the program will choose if it will appear after 5 seconds, after 7 seconds, after 2 seconds. Okay, so we will have the code for that. Okay, for now, position your booster. Okay, so for me, I will have it randomly appear here. Okay. And then for this one, students, for the booster, okay, so at the start of the game, of course, it will be hidden. Okay, so show or hide under looks. Okay, and then after that, wait or forever. Okay, but we will use wait block also. Okay, forever, and then after that, wait. And then instead of 1 second, we will ask the program to choose if it will appear after 5 seconds, after 10 seconds, random. Okay, so we can go to operators and choose the pick random block. Okay, so it says 1 to 10. So maybe we can have here 1 to 20. Okay, so that it will not appear or it will not show more frequently. And then also show. Okay, and then try. Okay, so it will randomly appear here. Okay, for a certain number of seconds or after a few seconds. Okay, so here it appears. And next week, students, we will have a code for the booster. We will complete this one next week because as of now, we only have 3 minutes left and I think we cannot finish this one. Okay, so for today, students, the functions that I would like you to have is this one, the moving car, the rotation, left and right rotation, and of course, students, what else? The laps. Okay, so we don't have much code for the booster yet, so we will finish this one next week. Okay. Okay, so for this one, the file name would be nickname, for example, Romeo, and then underscore racing. Okay, make sure that it is an s.sb3 file so that I can open it when I download your file. Okay, Romeo or nickname underscore racing. Please save this one because we will use this file next week. Okay, if you can do it in advance, then I would appreciate that. Okay, so that next week you will be ready when I ask questions. Okay, if you have time, you can continue this one. Okay. Any questions? Do you have any questions? No? Okay, students, so that's all for today. I will see you again next week. We will continue or we will try to finish this car racing game next week. Okay, so stay safe and have a nice day, everyone. Goodbye.